Hey Internet, how's it going? Nick Montgomery here from Limited Release Podcast, and I'm sitting here with...
Ana Serrano, producer of Prison Dancer.
Hello, Anna.
Hello, Nick.
Prison Dancer. Now, can you give us a little bit of a rundown on this web series?
Sure. Well, Nick, have you seen that viral video of all those prisoners in the Philippines dancing to Michael Jackson's Thriller?
I have indeed.
Okay, so that video garnered 50 million views, and it was called The Dancing Inmates of Cebu, and it was uploaded by the then security consultant who instigated that particular dance rehabilitation program in that prison in the Philippines. And so the creators of Prison Dancer, Romeo Candido and Carmen de Jesus, felt that that was a piece of story or a meme that was worth exploring into a fictional story world. And so Prison Dancer is the fictionalized portrayal of six inmates who may have been living in that prison, who ended up being part of this dance rehabilitation program, and their path towards internet stardom, and the story of their incarceration and what they're all about, etc. And it's told in a mockumentary style format.
So, is this a musical in the sense of like Glee, or how is the music incorporated into this show?
Yeah, I think you've got it down right. It's kind of like Glee meets Miss Saigon, in that it's all Asian males,
Awesome.
save one Asian female who's particularly hot. Not that the males aren't hot themselves, and and so it's Glee in that they don't start off going, pass me the butter. They don't do anything like that. They actually sing pop tunes, some with a more hip hop flavor, some with a more R&B flavor. We have power ballads for the diva wannabes out there. So it's a really accessible rock and pop infused musical, where the songs do, you have to listen to the lyrics in that they do extend the storyline of the plot, but they're not so literal in the way that musical theater typically is. The other thing that I should note is that it's not only a musical and a mockumentary, but it's also a slight choose your own adventure, in that at the end of each episode you're given a series of choice points to delve deeper into the lives of the characters.
Okay, how to undertake actually shooting a musical that's meant for the web? How do you even begin to step into production for that?
We really wanted to come up with something that could hold a story well together, but also could be short enough and small enough, a digital delicacy enough to kind of act almost like as a music video that can be passed around. So that's why we came up with this format of making it more of a documentary style, with the musical number being front and center, bolstered by the choice points, which really extend more into the world of the characters. So writing that is very important. So the how you write that, how tight it is, how you still maintain an arc over the 12 episodes. I mean, there's all sorts of things that happen in this web series, this 12-part web series. As I said, there's love stories. There's like some action, behind the scenes action, and some melodrama. So keeping that tight is critical. And then the second piece that I think is also important is establishing the environment, so that, well, it was easy because it's set in the prison. It's not like we have to go travel around the world. And so that kind of constraint, that environmental constraint, helped a lot with production. And so that we could really explore the musical numbers in a more of a fantasy-like fashion, and not necessarily have to spend all of our production budget in creating lavish sets and things like that. So so as I was saying, part of the other piece around producing a musical like this is understanding the aesthetic from the very beginning, living within the constraints, and then having a really, really tight production team. In our case, it was helmed by our genius cinematographer Barry Chung, who worked with the Canon DSLR, so it was all shot on that, and could really shoot it in such a way that it looked gorgeous, and it looked exactly like what you would expect a music video to look like, within the environmental constraints that we had.
One question that a bit of a burning question I got to ask you: your favorite character on the show? Do you have one? And explain.
Yes, I do, but I I have two. I'm not gonna answer your question properly. Okay. Okay. Well, the obvious character is the head bitch in charge, or the head bick as we call her, which is really a he.
Official term?
Yeah. Yeah. So her name is Lola, and not only is she the best fighter in the prison, but she's also the best dancer and the best singer. And she also has the best love story.
Does she have the best song? Her name was Lola.
Not quite that one, but yes, she has the best song.
Awesome.
And you'll see it in episode 12.
Okay, awesome. Thank you very much, Anna. Appreciate it. And where people are obviously going to be interested in seeing this, where can they catch it?
Well, you can catch it at prisondancer.com.